Well, good morning, kids. Pastor Al here. Hey, this has been a week of great celebration, and I hope you celebrated. And I know some of you are probably thinking about Halloween, but no, what you really needed to celebrate was the LA Dodgers winning the World Series, and hope you're on board with that. Anyways, there was another little holiday this week. It was called Halloween. I'll bet some of you had a great time dressed up in costumes. I'll be honest, when I was a kid, Halloween was, to me, just as big and important a day as Christmas. I mean, what's to not like about getting dressed up in a costume and having perfect strangers give you lots of candy? I mean, there's just nothing in that. I'm sure some of you had some pretty good costumes, but you know what? You know who did the costume thing better, I think? Dogs. So let me tell you a little more about Halloween than you probably ever wanted to know. Do you know how Halloween got started? Do you know how it got its name? Well, for centuries and centuries, the Christian church has often celebrated some of the great Christians who were kind of famous for their love and their faith for God. And at some point, someone said, we should have a day to celebrate just the average Christian, not the super famous ones or the ones who did amazing things or were great leaders. Just the average Christian like you and me. And so they decided they would have a thing called All Saints Day, a day that they celebrated the lives of average Christians. And those are people like you and like me. Well, over the years, legends and weird things kind of spring up. And people in some places got the idea that, well, because there's this great celebration for all Christians on All Hallows Day, which is November 1st, the night before, the devil is going to try to steal the souls of Christians before they make it there. Now, let me just tell you, there is nothing in the Bible that gives us any idea at all that the devil, who we do think is real, has any ability to steal the soul of a Christian. You would have to assume that the devil is stronger than God, and that's not a good bet. So one of the things that people would do back then is the night before All Saints Day, they would dress up in costumes, thinking that way the devil wouldn't be able to recognize them. Well, that day in some cultures was called All Hallows Eve. The eve, like Christmas Eve, the night before something. And All Hallows Eve kind of over the time got changed to Hallows Eve, and it got then changed to our Halloween. So really, it's a celebration of the night before All Saints Day, a day when we remember the average Christian who follows Jesus Christ. Now, here's the message, is that sometimes something really cool kind of gets messed up by our culture and made into something else. And I bet a lot of you have celebrated Halloween for years and will celebrate for years, had no idea that at its roots, it was all about a Christian holiday to celebrate the lives of Christians. Now, there's nothing wrong with Halloween. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to dress up, fun to get candies, fun to participate in some of the events. But don't forget that at its very root, what Halloween started as was simply a night before one of the important days of the Christian year, a day when we celebrate Christians like you and me, just for our simple faith in God and our willingness to follow Jesus Christ our Lord. So Halloween's not so much about candy and costumes as it is about our love for God. And that's pretty cool. Hey kids, have a great week. We'll see you next time. Bye.